One moment where you just decide on something that can actually transform the rest of your life. Now it's all clean. Good morning, guys. I'm just puffed out because I was walking from my car wash to home. Yeah, washing my car. It's a Wednesday special, so as a woman you get a car wash for a discounted price. So it's $40 and they give you a coffee. So this is Crystal Car Wash down in Blakehurst. So anyway, what do I have on for today? Today I am going to be interviewing some candidates on Upwork because I'm actually looking for a really good content writer and also an app developer. So I don't normally do recruitment anymore, but I do recruitment when I want to find someone specifically good for myself. So I'll take you behind the scene of that. And yeah, this morning I want to also share with you. Okay, so this morning I woke up and I literally wrote a letter to myself. The day I decided to quit alcohol for good. And basically, I went through questions like, so why now? Like, why is it different now? You know, obviously people are gonna go like, oh, you always say you quit alcohol, but you can't do it. So obviously I need to convince myself, like, why is this time different? And I really wrote down things like, you know, whenever I say I'll drink a little bit, I mean, there's really no point anyway, because I'm such an energetic person. I don't really need to drink if it's just a little bit anyway. If I drink a lot, well, you know what happens. There's so much effect that it has on my body and my health, and overall my happiness is just so much more important. And I also wrote just like, you know, my friends are going to be against it, but you know, I'm going to show that this is me, I'm different, that alcohol affects me differently. You can still drink, but just not me. And then what will I drink instead? So I started to brainstorm, well, how am I going to replace that behavior with something else? And I realized whenever I have a mocktail, I actually feel as if I'm drinking a cocktail. And there's actually non-alcoholic wine, so I can't wait to buy that and see what happens and see what it tastes like. But if I just pour that into a glass of wine, I'm pretty sure it's going to be just as good. But yeah, overall, I really just feel like if I'm going to get that drunk on Sunday, I'm going to make sure that day is so worth my time, as in I'm going to turn it around to making it like a turning point in my life. And so I wrote that and I felt so like liberating. I felt like, oh my God, I made the best decision for myself. And it really only takes one decision, one moment where you just decide on something that can actually transform the rest of your life. Imagine a life of just never feeling out of control, always in control of what you're saying, what you're doing, and I can't wait. So anyway, later I'm planning to put away all of the alcohol that I could find in my cupboard. I've got bottles and bottles of vodka. Not that I drink it, it's just I have it there for guests, and wine bottles. I'm going to put it all away, and I'm going to stock myself some non-alcoholic wine. So when I do feel like a wine, at least it looks like a wine, but it's not really a wine. So yeah, I will keep updating you on my progress. I want to share with you the strategies and how I'm going with it, and hopefully it helps someone who's watching this as well. And I'm going to share screen with you to explain to you what I want for the app, and you can explain to me how you can do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, okay.
Okay, sure.
It's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share screen now. And okay, let me explain to you. Okay, so the challenge I have having so much information on my website is that my clients don't know that it's there, and it's hard to share with them the information. So can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so in client resources, so these are the information that I want my clients to receive. So do you know so what we do is we help clients hire virtual assistants, so people from overseas to work with them, and we want to share with them educational content. We want to share them, you know, recommended books or articles, or you know, forms on how to what to use with the VA, like just a lot of useful information. But because it's all on the website, I mean, you know, unless the client goes and visit our website again, they actually don't see this information. Do you know what I mean? So the way we were thinking about is having, once they become a client, we get them to download our app. And this app is specifically for clients. So it's on their phone. Whenever we have a new blog or new video or new update, it notifies them. And we're having an app on the phone, meaning that they're going to like just visually see it there. Like if there's any concern with a VA or any question they might have, they'll just go to their app, you know what I mean? And it's all information specifically for them. Yeah?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's really just information app. So the app isn't going to be like doing any crazy functions. It's just trying to put content onto an app.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So in my proposal or my job ad, I pretty much drafted out the structure of it. And let me explain to you what they are so you understand that it's none of them is actually let me just go into the job.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So basically, they download the app, and I'm imagining it's like a category on the side or something like that. It's almost like yeah. And then they open it in client training. There's going to be videos. There's going to be articles. We're going to have some videos that we upload, and then like a form. Ask a question is just like a form, you know.
Yeah.
And then
I see.
and then in this category, that useful forms are just like downloadable forms it's like PDF forms. They can down. Books we recommend is also just a page of content. Softwares we recommend is also a list of software words, you know, content. Ebooks for them to download. An outsourcing calculator. It's pretty much this calculator here. Not sure how easy it is to just duplicate this. This is a calculator that we've got on our website, and we want to put it on there. And then we also want to add some packages so people will sort of not, even though they become a client, we want them to also know what are the other options if they want to upgrade, you know. And then what task can a VA do for you? And so list of things, company news and updates. So this is like announcement, you know, we just want to notify them when we want to say, hey, tomorrow is public holiday in the Philippines, you know, make sure this and that. So like things like that. If we have any internal company activities, we want to share that with them. And the gallery, this is just going to be connected to our Flickr account of photos. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. And then this is a category of, once again, just articles and blogs about our charity projects. This will be also pages of other services that our partners can offer. And then refer a friend is just a form. Once again, this is just like content and forms for them to contact for support. And submit review is like linking it to our Facebook review and clicking it to Trustpilot review. That's it. So there's no like functions.
For Android version, that will take more than 10 days.
Okay. And then how about iOS?
For iOS, exactly same or more than 2 or 3 days. So exactly I think 3 for Word project, they will take less than 4 weeks.
Okay. So the whole project will be like a 4-week project, yeah?
Yeah, 4-week projects.
Hi everybody, it's Lynn Fedeli here from Outsourcing Angel, and today I would like to introduce you to my good friend Aurelius Tjin. That's how you pronounce your name. Tjin. And also a very good client of ours for a long time now at Outsourcing Angel. And today we want to explore how he got started with a VA, what was his challenges in working with VAs in the past, and you know, how did he come around to Outsourcing Angel, and also how are you able to manage to work with your VA for like 3 or so years now, and it's still going really strong. And I really want to get that secret out from you to share with everyone else. So thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Lynn. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So Aurelius, can you take me back to that time when I remember catching up with you and you said, oh, you know, I really need a staff member, but I'm having some problems in finding them. Yeah, can you share that time? Yeah.
Well, if we backtrack, from the time that, I was looking for an assistant or VA in general. I never had any luck. My route to finding VAs back then was basically going to sites like bestjobs.ph and other freelance sites, and never really had any luck with that because what the issue was I had to go and vet them, had to go and qualify them, had to see if they're the right fit. And that was pretty much the most difficult part, I think.
Yeah, it's just something you don't really enjoy doing, right? And it takes a lot of your time.
Exactly. And for someone who needs to run their business, I think that should be done by someone else.
Yeah, it was good that we actually met at the time, and I was like, hey, I am your solution. And so can you explain to me at the time what sort of business you were running and what sort of VA were you looking for at the time?
Yeah, predominantly my business runs as an ebook business, more specifically a private label ebooks business, where we provide ebooks on around hot topics that our customers can then private label, so then they can resell it and edit the content as they wish and sell it under their own author name. And that's the main business. And how a VA, now that I have a VA through your service, Merald, he basically does everything for me in terms of the launch process, putting together all the little bits and pieces, because I release 2 products a month. He knows the system. I've already created those systems and checklists in place. So then all he does is follows it.
Yes.
And that was something I used to do myself. I was wearing all the hats in the business.
Yes.
I was the technician. I was doing, customer support, just to mention, and all those little bits. I think the issue when you're doing all those little bits and you're steering away from what you should be doing in your business, which is growing your business as a founder, as a CEO. And you should be focusing on strategy, growth, marketing. Those are the types of things that you should be focusing on, not things like fixing up your website, fixing bugs here and there. And that's what I was doing. I was basically learning how to code like CSS, HTML, but now I don't have to do all that. Basically, it took me weeks to train my VA because they don't come out of the box. Most people think they do. They like knock on your door and say, hey, let's get started on your work. It's not that. It took me probably a good month or 2 to train my virtual assistant to the point of where he is now. And it's just a gradual sort of progression in terms of, the tasks that he handles.
Yes.
Before it was just like one task that he was doing, then 2, then 3, and then you build up from there. And then as you delegate more and more tasks, you feel like you're getting, a lot of weight off your shoulders. And I felt that. And so that motivated me to just give him more tasks and spend the time to and be patient with him to train. And that, I think that is crucial. I rather have a VA that is more willing to learn and open, who doesn't have an ego. So it's more about the character of the VA rather than whether they're talented or skilled. I don't really necessarily look for that because all those can be taught if you provide the right training.
So I just had a great meeting with the app developer, gave him a shot. Don't know if he's going to be good yet, but he sounded like a genuine person, sounded like he knows what he's talking about. So the good thing about using Upwork is that, the money goes through an escrow, so you basically don't release the money directly to them until the job's done. So anyway, very minimal risk, and it's not nothing urgent, and the app is so simple that I'm not too fussed about giving a newbie a shot. And then a really great meeting with Aurelius as well. So he's a client and a friend of mine who has been working with his VA for like over 3 years. So we shared a lot of great tips. And yeah, if you want to watch the full video, you can always go to the Outsourcing Angel channel to watch his full clip. And so now I'm going to have my lunch before I go and pick up my car. And so I want to introduce you to my lunch. This is a lunch that I always do because I'm lazy. I always just get some rice paper roll thing. It's like a Vietnamese thing where, and then I put some salad. So this is just some lettuce and mint leaves and coriander. And sometimes I use chicken or I just tuna. And then I basically put the lettuce, and then the herbs and tuna, and then roll it up and dip it with that. And that's just the most simple and fast meal ever. Alright, time to get rid of you bad bitches. You're all going away, unless it's a party that I have to bring out for guests, but you're all gonna get away from my house. And what is in the fridge? All these beers and things. Out of sight, out of mind. So I'm gonna get rid of all of you. I have no idea where to put you guys, but as long as I'm gonna put you away. So how do I really feel about all this? I feel really nervous. It's like the biggest decision of my life to never drink again, since I was such a lover of alcohol, that yeah, this is very, very scary. It's like letting go of your lover, someone you've loved for so long, or anxiety feeling, anxious, separation anxiety of this. Oh my God. I'm gonna actually tell my mum that I'm quitting, because my mum hates alcohol. She never drinks. If I tell her that I'm not gonna drink again, she's gonna be so proud. And I think she will believe me, because whenever I make a decision, I tell her. She just knows that I am very adamant about things, so I'm gonna tell her now. $40, Women's Wednesday. Even though it's raining, I have to wash my car because it was so dirty inside. Now it's all clean. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to get notification on when my videos are up. Love you guys. Bye.